Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel BioBuzz. This is Praful, and in today's video we are going to talk about another very important topic of your NCERT biology. And today's topic is about the male reproductive system. Students, in my earlier video I had spoken about the basic introduction on human reproduction. So if you have not watched the video, I am putting the link in the I button. Please watch the video before watching this video, students. So let us begin with the male reproductive system. Now students, in my earlier video I had mentioned that in humans there are primary sex organs. So when I say primary sex organs, these are testes in case of males and ovaries in case of females. And what is the role of these primary sex organs? The primary sex organs are helping in the formation of gametes. So we all know now that the testes are primary sex organs of males. So let us understand what are exactly the testes. So as we said, testes are the primary sex organs of males. Now before understanding the function of testes, we have to understand the structure of the testes. So let me tell you, students, now when we talk about the testes in males, these are formed inside the lumbar region of the males. So what do you mean by lumbar? You can say that the lumbar is the region of the abdominal area. So there exactly the testes are formed. And where and when are these formed? The testes are formed, students, in the 7th month of fetal development. So can you imagine, it is the 7th month of fetal development during which the testes are formed in the males. So what happens next? So post the 7th month of fetal development, the testes start descending down and they come outside the body and they hang inside a thick pouch of skin which is called as scrotum. So I said post the 7th month of fetal development, the testes start descending downwards and they ultimately come out of the body and the testes are hanging inside a thick pouch of skin which is called as scrotum. So let me write down that testes are present inside the scrotum. Now scrotum, you can say scrotum is divided into two different compartments. So scrotum is divided into two compartments with the help of a septum. So scrotum is divided into two compartments with the help of a septum. And the wall of the scrotum, it is made up of some special kind of smooth muscles, students. So these are made up of some special kind of smooth muscles which are called as dartos tunic muscles. So these are the muscles which are called as dartos tunic muscles, which actually help in the contraction and relaxation of the scrotum. Now what is the purpose of scrotum, students? You may think about what exactly is the role of scrotum. Now point one is, scrotum is helping in protection of the testes. Of course it's a thick pouch of skin, and testes, since they are the most important primary sex organs of the body, they need to be protected. So scrotum are first is they are helping in protection of testes. And what is the another function of scrotum? The very important function of scrotum is they are helping in maintaining the temperature inside the testes. That means, students, scrotum are acting as a thermoregulator. So let me write down the functions of scrotum. So functions of scrotum are, one is protection of testes, and second is they are acting as a thermoregulator. Now students, let me tell you one interesting fact. Now the temperature inside the testes is 2 to 3 degrees Celsius lesser than the normal body temperature. Now what exactly is normal body temperature? It is around 37 degrees Celsius. So at this temperature, the sperms cannot be formed at such a high temperature. So hence the temperature which is inside the testes is 2 to 3 degrees Celsius lesser than the body temperature, and the scrotum helps them in maintaining that temperature. So these are the two important roles of scrotum. One we said is protection of the testes, and second is to maintain the temperature of the testes, or you can say thermoregulation. Now let us understand the testes in detail. So as we said, the testes are present inside the scrotum. Let me draw it. Now testes, students, testes from within, they are divided into many compartments. You can say the testes are divided into many compartments, and these are called as, these compartments, they are called as lobules. So what are these compartments called? These are called as lobules. Now exactly how many lobules are present in a single testis? There are around 200 to 250 lobules which are present in each of the testes. What is the significance of these lobules? Now inside these lobules, inside these compartments, there are some highly coiled ducts which are present. So inside the lobules, there are some highly coiled ducts which are present. And what are these ducts called? These special kind of ducts are called as seminiferous tubules. So what are these ducts called? These are known as seminiferous tubules. So students, I said, let me repeat again, that inside the testes there are many small compartments which are called as lobules. So these are around 250 to 300, and inside each and every lobule there are highly coiled tubules. And what are these called? These are called as seminiferous tubules. Guys, what is the role of these seminiferous tubules? The role of these seminiferous tubules is the formation of sperms. So this is the place exactly where the sperms are formed, students. So seminiferous tubules are helping in the formation of sperms. Now let us understand what is exactly present inside the seminiferous tubules. So what is present inside the seminiferous tubules? Let's have a look. Now seminiferous tubules. Now if you take a TS of testes, that means if you take a transverse section of the testes, as we said, inside the testes there are many small compartments. So I have drawn one such compartment, and inside the one such compartment there are many seminiferous tubules. So I am just drawing the seminiferous tubules as these lobes, because here we are talking about the transverse section. So this is the transverse section of the testes, in which there is this one particular compartment, and inside one compartment there are 2 to 3 seminiferous tubules. So what are exactly present inside these seminiferous tubules? Now understand this, students, very important is, these seminiferous tubules are lined by some special kind of cells. These seminiferous tubules are lined by some special kind of cells. What are these cells called? These are known as germinal epithelium. What are they called? These are known as germinal epithelium, or sometimes these are also referred as germ cells. They are also referred as germ cells. Now in between these germ cells there are special kind of triangular cells, or you can say cone shaped cells. These are called as Sertoli cells. What are they called, students? Sertoli cells. So what is the role of germinal epithelium? What is the function of germ cells? Now germ cells are going to help, they are going to divide and redivide, and ultimately they are going to form something called as sperms. So the germ cells are going to divide and redivide to form the sperms. So in another video we are going to talk, so I will be explaining to you So that entire process of formation of sperms is called as spermatogenesis, and I will be making a video on spermatogenesis separately. So in that video we will understand this entire process of formation of sperms. Apart from this, as we said, there are other types of cells called as Sertoli cells. Now Sertoli cells are these triangular cells present between the germ cells. So what is the role of Sertoli cells? Sertoli cells are going to help in giving nourishment to the sperms. So students, Sertoli cells are helping in nourishment of the sperms. So hence, as we said, Sertoli cells are going to give nourishment to the sperms. That's the reason why, guys, Sertoli cells are also called as nurse cells. So they are also called as nurse cells. So they are going to nurse the sperm cell. That means they are going to nourish the sperm cells, and hence Sertoli cells are also called as nurse cells. Now another important thing is, between these lobules there are some special group of cells. Now there are these special group of cells or clusters of cells which are present, and these clusters of cells, they are called as Leydig cells, students, Leydig cells, or they are also called as, another name for that is interstitial cells, interstitial cells. So these group of cells which are present between the lobules, they are also called as Leydig cells or interstitial cells. What is their function? The function of these Leydig cells is to help in the secretion of male sex hormone, which is basically testosterone. So the Leydig cells or the interstitial cells are helping in the formation of testosterone. So students, in today's video, we have understood about the male reproductive system. Primarily we have spoken about the testes and how is the internal structure of the testes. In my next video, I am going to discuss about different parts of human male reproductive system. So please, if you have understood this video, like the video, share it with your friends as much as possible, subscribe to my channel BioBuzz, and if you have any doubts from biology, please put it on YouTube channel, my BioBuzz, as well as you can also put your doubts on my Facebook account as well as Instagram. So thanks a lot, students. See you all in my next video. Take care.